Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your October reading. So, to start the month, of course, we have a new moon solar eclipse. This is happening in Virgo in sidereal astrology at 15 degrees. We also have a full moon October 17th, and that'll be just inside the first degree of Aries, also in sidereal. So, check where this may fall in your chart. But we're going to start with some astrology cards and move into the tarot. So, first of all, we have Libra. So we do have the sun moving into Libra in sidereal in October, just before that full moon opposition, which is a full moon, sun opposed moon. So middle of the month could be very strong for you. And house 4, the house of Cancer, home and family. So it could be surrounding your family or your home or your living situation. So when things are in opposition, they're in tension. There's an imbalance and a power struggle. But here we have Libra, the seventh house of partnerships, trying to recalibrate that dynamic into something more harmonious, fair, peaceful. So maybe you've been feeling a lot of tension where you currently reside. Maybe it's the city you live in or the house or the household members. But there might be a breaking point here where somebody's got to go. But we're going to look deeper into your cards and see what else they can reveal. So let's start with this Queen of the Moon Oracle. We have the path, okay? The number 8, infinity, strength, a higher path, take the high road. So maybe being the bigger person, walking away, realizing your worth, that you don't deserve to be living down here in the slums, that you should improve your living situation. Then have the 9 of Wands. Okay, yeah, you're tired. I think you're feeling like overworked in your own home. I believe this is Moon in Sag, so your sign there, but being burnt out, being exhausted, overwhelmed, wounded, taking on too much. Maybe you have too much responsibility in your home. The 8 of Fire, more of your energy, so rapid movement, either away from this environment. You're going to be elevated quickly, taken up a notch, maybe even in your standard of living. If you're not relocating, perhaps you're remodeling your house, you're making improvements, you're building on it, you're just improving the quality and the looks and the comfort, patience. Okay, something that you've been waiting for a long time. Maybe you started renovations a long time ago, but your card again, Sagittarius. So good things are worth waiting for. We have the 7 of Cups now. Choice. I feel like a lot of you might have been sitting around waiting for something to change. You've been giving people the benefit of the doubt, maybe they've been feeding you stories or lies, or, I can't do this because XYZ, but it's always some lame excuse. And you've been patient with them, and maybe you've given them a lot of choices, and maybe now you're deciding, hey, I got to take another path. I got to take care of myself. I'm exhausting myself taking care of you and the other occupants of this house or wherever apply to your situation. But there's a fast exit here and a need for recovery afterwards. It's like a Cinderella story. And then we have the Benevolent Guide, number 57. So this is the inner voice, the guide and the ally. Oh, how easy it is to doubt the presence of the Spiritus Rector. The alchemist, falling into a moment of forgetfulness, feels alone in the laboratory and begins to doubt their work. Disarray and discontent follow. Who do I listen to? Where do I turn to for guidance? All the while, the benevolent guide hovers close, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting to be heard amidst the noise of the world. It whispers words of kindness and encouragement into the ears of the alchemist. When this card appears, it asks us to recall the guidance we have received at important junctures in our life. That benevolent presence is constant, not conditional. Now is not the time for struggle or fear. Soften into the gentle humming of the wise bee. You cannot make a wrong choice when the Spiritus Rector is near. So like I said, a lot of you have been really busy, hence the 9 of Fire, feeling exhausted, firing on all cylinders with the 8 of Wands. But they buzz and they worker bee constantly, feeding the queen. And When it says, who do I listen to? Where do I turn for guidance? That's the Seven of Cups. It's almost like, you've been getting advice from all sorts of people, but the only true advice needs to come from your inner voice, from your spiritual guide. This is the one that will speak the truth, even though maybe it's not the loudest. That's why it's kind of faded into a background hum, something maybe you need to tune into around these moons. The full moon in the middle of the month seems particularly powerful for you, as the sun will be just inside a Libra, as we started this reading with. So if you're looking for clarity on how to rebalance your life or a partnership, whether intimate, personal, friendship, family, doesn't matter. This is the only voice that you need to listen to. Oh, and I just noticed that all these cards are like 7, 8, 9. It's leading you progression towards a higher path, a different path. We're going to shuffle for a Rose Oracle here. We have the Breathing Rose, heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. All right, so time and patience eases any kind of hurt. So some of you just need to take a time out for yourself. Heal your heart that people have been confusing or stirring up with the Seven of Cups, or misleading, or making false promises. So it's time to reconnect and center with yourself here. Listening to, like I said, that inner voice, your benevolent guide, is going to tell you when it's time to take a time out. All right. And see how both of these figures here are, this one, patience, is touching her heart. This one we have touching her solar plexus and her sacral. So these central chakras, these central pillars, feel like that they've been pulled off balance in different directions. She's even got like a clock there by her heart, like a heartbeat keeps a pace like a metronome. It's just like every heartbeat, every tick of the clock brings you closer and closer to this time where you will be at peace, where things will come back to center. But there's a process of, calling that back. Some of you need to travel, need to get out of town for a few days, for a week, go to a spa, go on a camping trip. But something that you need to do by yourself. All right, now some Lenormand. We have the Mountain. There's another 8 down there in the corner, the Strength card. Also, mountains are very stirrable. They can also be obstacles. And we have the Swans, the 2 of Cups, the Moon. Okay, so maybe you could be going away with somebody romantic. If you have a relationship that's been on the rocks, if there's been an imbalance in this connection, a retreat with that person could be beneficial. Or if you feel you need time alone before reconnecting with that person, there could be an obstacle between you and them, or you and that partnership. The Moon showing up there is again pointing me to the middle of the month, but it could also be this powerful eclipse here on the 2nd. And underneath the deck we have the masculine energy. So somebody, it's like you're worth waiting for. This healed version of you is what this individual, regardless of gender, is looking for, waiting for. Could also be, an apology, because if there was disharmony or inequality in a relationship, this could be someone coming forward with flowers even to say, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I was making you feel this way, or how you really felt. And that could be what comes to light in the full moon, the communication. Let's get some angel cards to help us out here. I see adventure there, and that's showing me the mountains too. So also she's got a walking stick. So maybe, it's a hard hill to climb. We have humor, beauty, And creativity. Here's somebody else, an angel carrying a flower. Someone really appreciates your beauty, how you're blooming, how you're opening up to them, about your feelings, about your truth. And I feel like the humor and the creativity are there as tools to help you heal that imbalance, to help you bring things back to center, because the creative center, again, is the sacral. And the humor could be your throat chakra. Telling jokes, making light of a stressful situation. And given enough time, things, you may look back on this and laugh. It could have all been just a big misunderstanding. All right. Let's see what planet tokens we have. Aquarius, Leo. I was mentioning the Strength card. Could be a Leo you're dealing with, or finding your solar plexus power. And then we have Cancer showing up again, whose planetary ruler is the moon, and the 4th house here, the home. So if you're finding yourself struggling right now, whether it be at home or just your health or balancing within, then this is telling you there is a solution waiting for you. As long as you engage in a pattern break, do something different, go somewhere you've never been before. It'll help you see things from another perspective, instead of being surrounded by the same 4 walls every day. I mean, you're never going to see anything different within that setting. So you may have to fly somewhere to get there. You may have to cross a few mountain ranges, but there's going to be a definite shift in your ability to heal and recover from this imbalance in your life. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading, Sagittarius. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.